Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Bakersfield Speedway. This is the 55th annual running of the 100-lap USAC Turkey Grand Prix. On tap here tonight, we have a whole lot of powerful drivers from all over the United States as well. Of course, the TQs and Midgets on tap here. And we're going to take a break right now as we cruise through the pit side and see if we find some of these drivers here and get an eyeball on what they're doing for this special event here tonight, Thanksgiving 1995.
Once again, please don't go in the middle of the infield on the track. DQ. Well, everybody will qualify. The top half is 24 cars for the DQ main event. We're in the DQ main event 25 laps for the big banquet January 6th. I do have signatures.
John Sarner there along with Wally Pancraft. Black. All right, this is the race doctor, Mike Mosier, California Raceway Video, pit side with the promoter of course, USAC Midget tonight, the 55th annual running, Kerry Agajinian. How you doing, Kerry?
Good, Mike. Nice to see you.
I tell you, it's really nice for, as they say in the football world, carrying on a family tradition. You know, you guys have been around forever, originating down in Ascot. You bring, when that place closes, you bring that race up here to Bakersfield. Race fans love the USAC Midgets. They've been doing a whale of a job here all year. And also, I hear some rumblings in the gossip corners, if you will, Kerry, as to an IRL. Now, what is the IRL coming up?
Well, the IRL, of course, is the Indy Racing League, and it's a new organization that's been formed. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway was really the people who pushed it, but it's come together with people across the United States, promoters in various tracks around the country, who want to bring racing back more oval-oriented, you might say, and also to try to boost some of the young American drivers that we're seeing, just like tonight at Turkey Night, to bring them back to the Indy 500. They've been pretty much shut out over the last 15 years, and we're going to do our best to bring them back. So we've got a lot of good plans, and that's what the IRL is about.
Well, that's excellent. Sort of a springboard so that they're ready to graduate from Midgets and they jump right into the IndyCar.
Well, what we really are going to do, it's tough to go directly from a midget. There are people, obviously, a lot of drivers who have that talent. What we're really trying to do is develop a program where they can come out of midgets and sprint cars and maybe into our F2000 series, which is a rear-engine pavement car that USAC sanctions. And there's other sanctioning bodies, the Formula Atlantics, the Indy Lights. All those programs are good to teach the drivers how to get then to the Indy cars. So we're going to encourage the drivers to get some pavement experience and rear-engine experience. We don't want to take somebody right off of the third mile here and take them to the Indy 500 2.5 mile track at 240 miles an hour. It's a big jump, but they have the talent to do it, and all we need to do is groom them and assist them, and we're going to do that. And that's what we're trying to do. That is, we've lost that over the last several years, and that's why you don't see so many of the drivers coming out of the Turkey Night to the Indy 500. We have a lot of past winners of the Turkey Night that won the Indy 500, and we're going to do that again.
That's excellent. So that gives them an opportunity to get a little seat time, if you will. Speaking of seat time, Kerry, I know you've been involved with racing for a long time. Come out of your father's generation and on down, even through your sons, it looks like. I see them with you out each time you're out here.
Yeah.
Have you yourself ever had the opportunity to have any seat time behind the wheel of a race car of any kind?
No, actually not. My dad was always on the business side of racing, and his dad insisted that he not be a race driver. Of course, back in the 30s and 40s, it was pretty dangerous running out here without a roll bar and all the rest of those things, and leather helmets. It's gotten a lot safer, of course, but when I was growing up, my dad insisted that I really get out and do the business side, so I have always been involved in that side and the sanctioning bodies and all that. So I would love to, and I still intend to get out and do some, some practice type things, but I actually am. I'm going to be on the sanctioning body side of this.
Where the money is, you bet. I tell you what, we sure appreciate you, Mr. Agajanian, for all the work you're doing, and we look for a whale of a show here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're looking forward to it too. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Kerry Agajanian and Ben Foot Promoters here for the 55th annual running of the 100 lap USAC Turkey Grand Prix. Good luck to all the drivers.
You like that?
Of a shoe, and that's what they call him, Ronnie the Shoe Shoeman, the Tempe, Arizona guy. How you doing there, Ronnie?
Real good so far.
Excellent. I tell you what, we've caught you many times out here at the Bakersfield Speedway, of course, running the SCRA sprint cars. You took a whale of a flip over here in turns 1 and 2. What'd that feel like?
It hurt my head for a while. The cage come down and broke my helmet and gave me a little concussion, and I spent the night in the hospital here, and then we flew home the next morning, but I had headaches for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we called down the hospital the next day, and they said that they were going to release you, and that was a great feeling to know that you came out all right. Of course, right back under competition, finishing up second in a points chase, I believe it was, behind Leland McSpadden.
Yeah, it was real close. I had a pretty good lead going into El Centro, and we had a flat tire and didn't get back out, and that closed down to only 10 points going in the last race, and I beat him in the race, but not by enough to win the championship. I lost by 8 points. But.
Oh, that's tough. Right down to the wire. You probably feel it right at the end of your toes. Of course, you're the 8-time winner here of the USAC Turkey Grand Prix, and tonight going in for maybe your 9th victory. Who do you feel is your top 3 competitors out here in the field tonight?
Well, you got to say Billy Boat. You know, he's won every race out here in the West Coast all year. He's been very fast. He's got a really good car. Lawson put a good car. He's got a good mechanic. There's nothing bad to be said about that whole team. He's a good racer. Then you got, all the East Coast guys are coming out trying to win their championship. You got Michener and Stewart and, the outlaw guys, Lasowski, and, it's going to be a heck of a race. It always is. Anytime Aggies put a show on, this turkey night, they always bring in, kind of the cream of the crop, and they've done it again this year.
Yes, indeed. We can't hardly wait as action will soon unfold. I tell you what, Ronnie, I sure appreciate you. We wish you the best of luck here tonight, and my money's on you, bud. Go out and kick some booty. What do you think?
Well, I don't know about that. I'd rather be lucky than good. I need a little luck.
There you go. Ronnie the Shoe Shoeman. Thanks, sir. I tell you what, a whale of a driver coming out of the East Coast. He won the Silver Crown. You won the Sprint Car Championship, and tonight you're knocking on the door for the USAC Midget Championship. If it's not wrapped tonight, you've got one more shot at it. Of course, that'd be in Paris Saturday. What's your feel for tonight? How many points are you ahead, and do you feel like you're going to wrap that tonight here, Tony?
Well, we're 64 points ahead right now, and we need to be 52 up by the end of the night to clinch it tonight where we don't have to go to Paris. But, we ran last night during the practice night, and we had a brand new car that Bobby's built, and, it was awesome. The car is really strong and really fast, and we've got an Ed Pink engine in it, and, we feel like we got everything ready. I mean, we haven't been more prepared for a race than we are for this one, so I think we're going to be all right.
Well, I tell you, it gives me chills just thinking about it. Of course, California Raceway video, we're down in Ventura Saturday night. You were knocking on the door, and you finished second behind the West Coast champion, Billy Boat. Who do you think, Tony, is probably your competition out here tonight? Let's say the top 3 that may be holding you back or knocking on the door.
I wish I could just narrow it down to 3. I mean, there's a lot of tough guys here tonight. I mean, anytime you get the outlaw guys like Frankie Kerr and Danny Lasowski, they're always tough, and you can never count Ron Schumann out. The guy's won 8 turkey nights, so you never take anything away from him. But there's probably 15 good drivers here that got a good shot at winning this thing, and you just never know. You just have to wait and see. After 100 laps, a lot can happen. So it'll be a long race, and we'll know after 100 laps who's going to be the winner.
Yeah, I believe this is your second time here at the 1/3 mile Bakersfield track.
Actually, this is my 3rd turkey night, and I've run a lot of the Western States Series races last year for Larry Brown, so I've got a little bit of time on this place.
Yes, I know Larry Brown quite well. He's the guy we call Larry Brown, the quite renowned driver. He's an owner, he's a driver, doing whatever. Now, you know, like winning the Silver Crown, and then you win the sprint cars, and you're knocking on door for the USAC Midget. What car is it that you really feel most bitching in? You know, what feels the best? You really like the best? What one is it that you'd pick if you had your choice to run just one?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't pick just one. I mean, I like all three of them, and you know, both the teams I drove for this year were with Glenn Nibel with the Sprint and Silver Crown car, and Bob East and Steve Lewis with the Midget. I mean, you can't just choose one. You know, they're all the same. You know, they're all good cars, and as long as they're good cars, I want to drive them all. So I can't just narrow it down to one.
I know what you mean. Talked to a couple drivers. They said if I had a skateboard and I had a couple guys to race with, would be doing it on a Saturday night.
Exactly. At any time, you know, we get tricycles down here. We'll race anything.
Okay, I'm going to hold you that. We got this on tape. We're going to bring a big national meet on tricycle.
Bring 'em on.
All right, Tony Stewart, tell you what, California Raceway video, we'll catch all this green flag, the checker flag racing here tonight. Wish you the best. Go out and kick some booty.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Tony Stewart running the number 9 car here tonight. Lewis's car, is that right?
Yeah, Steve Lewis owned.
And you feel like you got it all up there and it feels really good underneath you?
Oh yeah, you know, like I said last night when we practiced here, the car was awesome. I think we were probably in the top 2 or 3 in practice. So, you know, we feel like we got everything ready.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you very much, Tony Stewart. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right. Trackside here with the driver, of course, dominant out of the World of Outlaws and a whale of a shoe in the USAC Midgets, Danny Lisowski. How you doing, Danny?
Great, glad to be here.
Excellent. I tell you what, the weather here just prime time. We had about 75 degrees here this afternoon. Track looks excellent condition. What's this Larry Brown number 36 car feel like for you tonight?
Well, we practiced with it last night. It's a brand new car, and I got the best mechanic out here in the business. Got a great engine builder with Ed Pink and Larry Howard mechanic in it, so it's all to me now.
Excellent. I tell you what, I know last year you came out, set fast time track record. The motor blew on your exit off the track. You came back out, retimed in the other car, and I believe you posted second or third fast time. Does this car feel equal to that of last year?
Well, you can't really tell. You know, I didn't really feel fast last year, so we're just hope for the best.
Excellent. I tell you what, it's been a hell of a season here for you. You're driving both the Midgets, of course, and the World of Outlaws, two totally different kind of a car. Which one gives you the most thrill and excitement?
Well, I'm so used to running a sprint car. When I get in the Midgets, you don't get the excel off the corners. But these things are a lot of fun. I enjoy coming out here running Turkey Night. I've always wanted to, and last year was my first time. And hope I can come back a bunch of times and see if we can't win this thing.
Excellent. All right. Who do you look for as your prime competition here this evening?
Well, I'll tell you what. I go through the pits. There's not a lot of guys I know. I mean, I know like Tony Stewart and the guys like that, but most of them I don't know. So they're all good to me. I have any idea.
Well, talking to Stewart a little bit earlier, he mentioned your name is Danny Lisowski, one of his competitors here tonight, the guy to beat, so he knows who you are. Okay, but I tell you what, we're going to say a little bit goodbye to you. We're going to walk down the pits a little bit. We want to wish you the best of luck. Go out and kick some booty, but above all, have fun.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Danny Lisowski. Side, of course, with your Western States champion, Billy Boat. Billy, how you doing?
Good, very good. We're looking forward to tonight.
I tell you what, we were down in Ventura last Saturday night, watching you go out there spanking some booty, and you took the punch. You won the main event there, Tony Stewart. Some car links back behind you, but you were out there doing this like you do every year, and I believe that was, what, your 17th main event for 1995?
Yeah, no, I think that was 16 in USAC. Tonight we'll be going to tie the all-time USAC record at 17. You know, it was kind of foggy last week, and it made the racetrack real nice and wet. So we had a good night. We started 10th and came to the front, so that was a good sign to come from the back like that, and we're looking forward to tonight.
I tell you what, you said it just as it was, to start in the back. Fog came in, like a couple of clouds settled in there for about 10 minutes, went away, then another one came in. Gave us a long delay, but a wet track. It was very heavy, but you had the hook and the punch, and you took it to the front. Of course, tonight out here you got a whole lot more cars to contend with, but this track is no stranger to the winner's circle for you, the 15-car Billy Boat. You've been here so many times, kind of a natural thing for you to do. You've got pretty well the idea and the dial on this track. Any changes for tonight's event?
No, none at all. We just have our basic setup that we run here. just go out and qualifying is going to be real important. We're going to try to qualify good and just, run our own race. And if everything goes as according to plan, we'll be at the victory circle at the end of 100 laps.
Of course, you set the standard also by eclipsing A.J. Foyt's record of 7 in a row main event features. I believe the count I had last got was 11 straight feature wins. Is that a good statistic?
Yes, it is. We won 11 straight before we got beat at Madeira.
Oh, and then you were just what, second?
Yes, second.
Oh my God!
But,
I tell you, you've got a handle on it. I know these East Coast guys were like first thinking about coming out here, and they heard, of course, your name. Obviously, you've been in the winner's circle so many doggone times that they figured, West Coast that's an easy pushover. We'll take it. But they found out a little different, and they'll probably find out tonight. I tell you what, where my money is, it's on the 15 car and the shoe. Of course, Billy Boat, and we'll find you in the winner's circle. We'll show those East Coast boys how the hog eats the cabbage.
All right, real good. Thank you.
All right, we know it's a record here for Bakersfield. We'll check back in the records and see how far back it goes toward the Ascot Turkey Night Show.
All right, starting lineup here for the USAC's 55th annual running of the 100-lap Turkey Night Grand Prix. On the pole, the number 15 car. He is your Western States champion, winning 16 main events thus far this year. Last week, winning the 16th in Ventura. He was your fast time qualifier from Phoenix, Arizona, Billy Boat. Outside front row, the number 57 car, another fast qualifier, comes to us out of McDowell, California. Your driver, Johnny Kofer. Second row inside, you pick up the number 3 car out of Val Verde, California, Jay Drake. Second row outside, the 15X car out of the SCRA Sprint Car Division, CRA, whatnot during the past years. Your driver comes to us out of Silver City, New Mexico, Richard Griffin. The gas man, Richard Griffin. He'll be putting the hammer down here tonight. Next car in the lineup, you see the white number 8. That is Ronnie Johncox out of Jackson, Michigan, as we show him one. The number 36 car next in the lineup. The number 36 car, Larry Brown car. This driver comes out of the World of Outlaws, out of Dover, Montana. Your driver, Danny Lesowski. Lights out. We're about to get this 100-lapper underway. Billy Boat puts the RPM up. We go green. Oh, Johnny Kofer sticks it hard into turn 1. Your leader. Boat drops back to second. Boat catching a challenge on the bottom side off 4. Richard Griffin making a muscle move into 2. Boat on the high side, Griffin down low, side by side into 3. Oh, door handle to door handle. Kofer up high out of turn 4. And Boat re-inherits that second position as Griffin drops back. Jay Drake running 4th, takes a look underneath Griffin. That is the white number 9 car, currently running 4th. Tony Stewart, your current national points leader. And Stewart now up to 3rd. Stewart works off the top side of Griffin as he comes into turn 3. Kofer still your leader. Boat runs 2nd. Then Stewart, Griffin, and then the number 3 of Jay Drake. Kofer leads them into turn 3. 4 laps down. The 09 car of Brian Gerster out of Indianapolis, Indiana, starting to move up now. He's currently 6th on the track. And right behind him, the number 4 car, Kenny Irwin Jr. out of Indianapolis, Indiana. That's Wally Pancras hitting the ruts as he goes out of turn 2. And the number 72 car of Ron Schumann. Pancras down low. He gets underneath the 29 car, Jim Keene, a local Bakersfield driver. picture of the number 1 car coming out of turn 2. That's the number 71 of Jason Leffler. And there's the white number 2 car, Andy Michener, currently second in the national points chase. He's right on the back bumper, the 31 car of Hank Butcher. And right behind Michener, you pick up the 56 car, Shane Scully. And there's your leader going into turn 2. And that's the Judge George Ito in the 73 car. Here's the leader, the blue 57 of Johnny Colfer. Running second, Billy Boat. Tony Stewart right on the backside of him. Colfer, Boat, Stewart, and Richard Griffin, and then Jay Drake. Oh boy, these guys are flying here. 13 laps down out of 100. Colfer on the high side out of turn 4. Boat stays down low. Boat with a muscle move out of 2. Boat had the lead momentarily and hit that inside berm, and that upset the chassis. Colfer up high, Boat down low. Tony Stewart sitting in that 3rd position, watching all that traffic in front of him. Boat right on the back bumper of Colfer into turn 3. It's Billy Boat coming out of turn 4, trying to reel Johnny Colfer in. Both hooked up and going to the front. Boat tries a high side, sticks it deep into turn 3. Boat on the high side off 4. Colfer falls off the pace. Oh my! Colfer has retired in the infield. Your new leader is Billy Boat, the 15 car. There goes your leader now into turn 4. Billy Boat. Boat hooked up out of turn 2. We go yellow on the track. A car spin out in turn 4. That's the 09 car out of Indiana, Brian Gerster. Gerster loses a handle on it into turn 4, and we go yellow on the track. Tough break for the leader, 57 of Johnny Colfer. Oh man, was he hooked up with Boat on his backside, and something went away on his car. Now parked in the inside apron just outside of turn 1. All right, on a yellow right now while they move the 09 car off the track. Brian Gerster, your leader right there, the 15 car, Western National, Western States champion, Billy Boat, right on his backside though. You got the current national midget point leader, the number 9 car, of course, Tony Stewart out of Rushville, Indiana. Oh boy, there's a lot of power. And then all of a sudden, the SCRA sprint car champion, the 15X of Richard Griffin, comes to us out of Silver City, New Mexico. The gas man, 4th, of course, Kenny Irwin out of Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. And then you pick up the 36 car, Danny Lisowski. He's out of the World of Outlaws. All kinds of great talent in this race right now. Right behind Lisowski, you pick up the, I believe that's the number 12. We are ready to go green. We're on green. Hit that inside berm in turn 1, lift that left front tire up about 2 feet. Gather back up, oh, coming, oh, hit another berm. Irwin trying to go hard, picking up that rut in the track. Irwin currently fourth on the track, down to the Lisowski right behind him. A wreck in turn 1. Car stalled over at turn 1. That's the 28 car. A lot of smoke coming out the backside of him. But he had ran right into the backside of the yellow number 8X of Wally Pancratz, as Pancratz was going very slow down the main chute. I'm not sure at this point what happened to Pancratz. He fell way off the pace. All right, still on the yellow. An interesting note right now for the second place runner on the track currently. That's the number 9 car, Tony Stewart. Again, once again, he is your current national points leader. All he has to do is finish 5th or better here this evening to wrap up the national points chase, and he'll be the national champion. If he's unable to finish the race 5th or better this evening, he'll have to make that up Saturday, the last race of the year in Paris, California. As your flagman, Brian, indicating next time around we'll look for the green. That'll be the second time in history that this has happened here at the Bakersfield Speedway. First time here, of course, with Billy Boat beat A.J. Foyt's record with 8 main event wins in a row. We go green! Billy Boat, your leader, Tony Stewart, hooks it up early into turn 1. Tried to drop underneath him. Couldn't quite find the mustard to put on the doggy. A pass out of 4. Irwin dropped down low and got underneath Richard Griffin. Kenny O'Rourke now 3rd. Griffin back to 4th. Danny Lisowski currently running 5th. Then in the 6th place you pick up the 99 car of Kevin Doty. And then 7th is Jimmy Sills. 9th is the number 67 car of Frankie Kerr out of Fremont, Ohio. 42 laps down, now 43. There you see the 31 car, Hank Butcher. Butcher running that low groove, hanging on tight on the back bumper of the number 2 car, Andy Minchner. Minchner out of Grass Lake, Michigan. Billy Boat goes into turn 1 with a good 10-car length advantage over the number 9 car of Tony Stewart. Larry Brown on the low side. Hank Butcher gets up in the heavy stuff. Drops back a pace as Ron the Shoe Schumann makes a pass on Butcher. Shane Scully sitting on the high side on top of Ronnie the Shoe Schumann. Your leader now coming into turn 4. Looks down the main chute and sees all kinds of traffic. First car he'll address is a red number 124 of J.J. Irksey out of Bellflower, California. Boat running that high circuit now, getting that right rear up in the cushion. Your leader in turn 2 passes J.J. Irksey, goes down a lap. Here you can see Jimmy Sills on the low side through turn 3. Then you pick up that 36 car next in the lineup. Of course, that is Danny Lisowski. Oh, and here comes the number 12 car, Rick Hendricks. Hendricks trying to put a muscle job on Sills. Hendricks up high. Sills down low and off turn 2. Hendricks makes the pass. 55 laps down. There's your leader into turn 1, the 15 car of Billy Boat. Right on the back bumper of that white 36 car. 36 drops down low, Boat up high. That's Larry Brown. Larry Brown, and Boat makes a contact with him, falls back. Oh boy, Boat made a mistake when he hit the backside of Brown. Gathered it back up. He was looking to put a pass on Hank Butcher. Butcher hanging on, but Boat takes a look down the back chute into turn 3. Boat down low, he can't pull the triggers. Butcher closes the door on him. Boat still your leader, trying to get around a hard charging Hank Butcher. Butcher hits the rut and now Boat gets free. Boat's running free. We got 60 down, 40 to go. Billy Boat now looks at the back bumper of the red 67 of Frankie Kerr out of Fremont, Ohio. Boat up high, Kerr up high. Boat drops underneath to get underneath Kerr. Boat gets down into the ripples and through 3 and 1 and 2 rather. Oh man, these guys are quick. Ooh. .63 laps now in the record book. Your leader going into turn 1. Billy Boat now looking at the back bumper of the number 2 car, Andy Michener. Michener about to go a lap down if Billy Boat has his way with him. Oh, Michener got down low on that inside apron. And we go yellow on the track for a car stalled up in turn 4. Oh, Billy Boat is on a rampage here tonight. He was addressing that back tail section of the number 2 car, Andy Michener, your current second national points position. And Boat had his sights on him, but now Michener will get a break as the yellow flag will let him go back, catch up to the rest of the field. Boat will settle back, and he'll maintain that lead. All right, lights are going to go out here. We're getting ready to go for a restart. Your leader still, Billy Boat. Running second, the number 4 car, Kenny Irwin Jr. And we go back on the green. Boat up high. Irwin drops down low. Ron the Shoe Schumann currently second on the track, but going a lap down. Running third, the number 9 car, Tony Stewart. That yellow flag saved Andy Michener because he's about to go a lap down, and it's something that then had happened to Tony Stewart. Being on the same lap, he would have had a chance to take over a whole lot of points and close that gap between him and Stewart. So that lap, that yellow flag definitely worked to the advantage of Andy Michener. The 15X of Richard Griffin, he is your 4th place runner at this point. As Jimmy Sills bobbled a little bit coming off turn 2, he gave up a position to George the Judge Ito. George the Judge Ito, of course, going to be retiring this year. He's got tonight's race and then Saturday in Paris. Mitchell on top of Hank Butcher. Andy Mitchell running up high into turn 3. Butcher down low. Hank Butcher has opted to run that low circuit the whole evening here. And Mitchell having his trouble, as everybody has here tonight, getting around Hank Butcher. Oh boy. Car up in close to the wall in turn 1. Made no contact with the wall, but just drifted up there, got in the heavy stuff. And his engine apparently conked out on him when he got up in that heavy stuff. No contact with the wall, though. That's the 67 of Frankie Kerr out of Fremont, Ohio. A little bit of track facts here for you. I tell you what now, Billy Boat still your leader up front. If he wins this main event here tonight, he already has 16 main event wins. If he wins tonight, that'll be 17 wins, tying the most wins ever in a USAC Midget race year with Mel Kenyon. And if he wins that tonight, he'll tie Mel Kenyon's record, and he'll go into Paris on Saturday to try to break it. As we go green, Kenny Irwin the slide job out of 4. Kenny Irwin on the restart did a slide job on Boat, and Boat is going to put the hammer down now. Richard Griffin has moved up to 3rd. Back to 4th, the number 9 car of Tony Stewart. Oh, what a slide job by that number 4 car out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Kenny Irwin Jr., a big duel off 4. Billy Boat had a look at him and couldn't quite pull the trigger. But Boat is trying right now, trying to figure out a weak spot. And Irwin, and he sticks it deep into 3. A slide job by Boat. He does it back, and Boat's got the lead. Oh, my! A slide job attempt by Irwin, and hit the run and upset the chassis. Oh, my, what a race! Boat now stretches his lead out a good 4 car lengths over Kenny Irwin. Oh boy, they swap slide jobs. I believe currently running 3rd right now is a 15X car of Richard Griffin, the gas man. Oh, Tony Stewart got bobbled, got up in that heavy track. White flag one more time around. Billy Boat about to tie Mel Kenyon's record with 17 main events in one season. And he's off turn 4, your winner, Billy Boat! Oh my gosh! Kenny Irwin Jr. 2nd. Richard Griffin 3rd. Oh man, what a race! 3 slide jobs and taking it back. Billy Boat, your winner with 17 main events, that is, for 1995. Once again, he broke the record set by A.J. Foyt with 7 wins in a row, main events in one season. And he set that record as he went on through the year and has won 11 main events for 1995. But this ties Mel Kenyon's record at this point. Oh, he'll go into Paris Saturday to try to break it. And there's your winner now, getting a big round of applause from the race fans. Your winner, Billy Boat. Billy Boat out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's a John Lawson car. Sponsored by Lawson's Rock and Roll Oil, Benito Tank Lines, Gertie powered motor as he stands and gives the fans a big one. That man there, ladies and gentlemen, can put the mustard on the doggy. And we'll go down trackside, of course, after the race here and catch an interview with the main event winner here this evening, Billy Boat. What an awesome shoe this guy is.
Billy Boat, was he there?
Yeah. Here we're looking at the 1995 National USAC Midget Champion Tony Stewart as he wrapped up that championship and points chase here this evening. The one chasing him, of course, for the number 2 car of Andy Mitchner, but your winner, of course, in the main event here this evening in the 100 lapper is Billy Boat. And of course, immediately following this interview in the pit side, we'll go in with the TQ main event here this evening. We're not done yet. There's just a whole lot more racing here in the 55th annual running of the 100 lapper USAC Turkey Grand Prix. Pit side with the winner of the 55th annual running of the 100 lap USAC Turkey Grand Prix, Billy Budd. How you doing, Billy?
We're doing great right now.
I tell you what, man, it was an awesome race. Very, very fast track here tonight. And I noticed really early on in the race that you jumped up that second groove and started hooking up that right rear and that cushion and kind of got out of the ruts. Normally we don't have that ruddy track that we had here this evening, and you definitely got up on top. How'd that second groove work for you?
Well, I'd been watching the top, work all night, and it started to get rough down low, and we set the car up to run up high, and we set it up to run late in the race. So the more laps we got into it, the better the car ran, and the John Lawson Rock and Oil Stealth Garrity was just perfect tonight, as it has been all year long. We've had a tough combination. We got a few little scares there at the end of the race with Kenny Irwin, but we had a tremendous race, and I'm really proud of the whole team.
I tell you, a wonderful team, a winning effort for sure. That little slide job that Irwin made out of 4, you had that right rear up and the heavy stuff. Looked like it may have grabbed you for a moment, and the car looked like it may have hesitated. Irwin came back, and it wasn't long before you put the same move on him coming into 3. I mean, you had some RPMs. You stuck it deep into 3.
Yeah, you just don't lift on a deal like that. When the lead for Turkey Night's up for grabs, you got to run pretty hard. The car stumbled a little bit off that start when Kenny got by me, and I didn't get any momentum up coming off the corner, and he slipped around me. But I knew I had a good race car, and I just tried not to panic and run my own race, and I was able to get back by him.
Well, I'm not sure if you realize it or not, but tonight you have tied Mel Kenyon's record for the most main event wins in a season. Did you realize that?
Yeah, we knew that going in.
And so Saturday night over in Paris, it'll be your opportunity to take it to the winner's circle and break that record. How many races is that for this year? 17 tonight?
It'll be 17 when USAC wins tonight. I think it's about 20 total. But, we hadn't been planning on going to Paris. I was actually going to go up north with my family, but now we're going to go to Paris and try to break the record. So I'll have to put that on for next weekend or something.
Of course, that's Paris, California, not London, but the trip will be well worth it. Now, we got a young lad over here that will be a would-be driver here. This is Chad Boat, I believe. Is this your young son?
Yeah, Chad's 3.
3 years old. Chad, what do you think about your dad out here? Did he look good tonight? Yeah, he did. There you go. This is next season's racer, Chad Boat. Billy, we appreciate you. You're an awesome driver. We love you up here in Bakersfield, and we look for 1996.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. The winner here tonight, Billy Boat. All right, trackside with the race doctor and Tony Stewart, your national USAC Midgets champion. Tony, how do you feel here tonight?
Well, we feel good. Anytime that you can leave here winning a championship, you're going to feel good. We wish we had ran better in the feature, but we came to win a war, not a battle. So, we'll take what we got.
Exactly right. Of course, you drive the car back on a trailer. That's always a blessing. Notice a rarity here for the Bakersfield Speedway. Had a tremendous amount of ruts come into the track, and especially down in the main groove, and it caused you a little chassis upset out of turn 2.
Well, the cushion got real tall tonight. It was nice that we had an option to run 2 grooves. It was a great racetrack. It did have some ruts in it, but it gave the guys options of where they wanted to run. Some guys ran low and got fast at the end, and I think Billy and a lot of us stayed on the top the whole race. So it was a nice racetrack. We couldn't ask for much better.
Of course, accomplishment also you made here in 1995, winning the Triple Crown, if you will, the USAC Midget title, of course, the national title, the Silver Crown, and then the Sprint Car Division.
Yeah, it's been a great year, with Steve Lewis and Bob East preparing the Midgets, and Glenn Nibel and all the guys back in Indiana working on the Sprint Car and Silver Crown. I couldn't ask for anything better. I've got a great bunch of guys behind me, and I couldn't do it without them. It's a team effort. I may have won 3 championships, but I had 2 teams that helped me do it. So, we've had a great season.
That kind of goes hand in hand with life, though, as you walk through the eaves of marriage, man and wife, hand in hand. It's a winning team, and you express that here with the support of your crews, your engine builders, and all these guys that work with you. It does take a winning combination, and that final extension, that final tuning and setup of the car is the driver, the foot, the steering wheel, and you got it, my friend, the champion, Tony Stewart, let me give you 5, bud.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're a whale of a shoe. We look for you next year in 1996.
I hope so. You know, we're probably going to do some stock car racing, but I'm sure I'll be back here running a couple of races next year.
Oh, wait a minute, stock car racing. Now let's talk about that. What is the stock car racing you're looking to do? What kind of division?
We're probably going to run between 18 and 20 Busch Grand National races next year, so it's going to cut my schedule with the open wheel, but I did tell them that I definitely wanted to do some open wheel racing, and they agreed to a little bit. They're going to let me run a select number of races, but you know, it's going to slow me down a little bit, but I'm sure I'll get back to Bakersfield and run again.
Well, of course, slow you down, and not on the track, but in your progress of different race meets. Tony, now, who's the car owner that you're going to be driving for in the Busch Grand Nationals?
Harry Ranier. He used to own the 28 car that Davey Allison drove.
Excellent. Okay, well, that's some nice hype. We appreciate that. Tony Stewart, appreciate it. National champion, USAC Midget 1995.
Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. Pit side with the race doctor, Mike Mosier, and guess what I found in the pits here tonight? Stan Fox. Stan, how you doing, bud?
Oh, great. You know, nobody knows I'm here. I just come in like everybody else, and we just have a lot of fun.
Well, you know, somebody told me you were in the pits here a little earlier, and I looked around all evening. I never did spot you. Yeah, you were hiding. Yeah. It's nice to have you coming out here, checking out the USAC Midgets. What do you think about that Billy Boat out here?
Well, it was his race tonight. I mean, he's a fast boy all night, and he won it. And nobody could say that don't let Boat have it. He had it all night.
That's right. Of course, Billy Boat taking this here one. He won last week in Ventura. And I wonder if he ever has any aspirations to go to Indianapolis. What do you think?
I don't know if Billy is. You know, when he was younger, he might have had some aspirations and different stuff, but I haven't really seen anything since then, so I really doubt that he'll make it to Indianapolis anyhow. If he makes it somewhere on the way, he might go stock car racing instead, which those guys have a lot of.
Exactly right. Well, I'll tell you what, Stan Fox, I know you're busy. We appreciate you coming out here to Bakersfield.
You bet.
And checking out USAC.
It's been fun. Place to hang out. We're going to drive back tomorrow.
Incognito as a race car driver. Thank you, Stan Fox.
You bet.
Appreciate it, sir.
See you.